Atalanta, don't worry.
Okay. Are we back? Are we back in
We
action?
should be. We
Okay.
should be. I thought we were back before, so...
Well, anyone who's listening, say hello to us so we know we're back, like last time when I was talking to myself and didn't know if I was or not. What have we got? C. So Man City are gone. No Man City. Olympiacos are with City and Porto.
Dinamo Kiev.
So we're still more than alive in getting Group A, which would be a bit of a scary prospect.
Yeah.
Dinamo
But there's still
Kiev.
Group B, right? Group B, Group C, Group F.
So Kiev are going into G apparently.
Olympiacos C. Salzburg. Please, Group A.
So it's gonna be either Bayern, Real Madrid, or Dortmund.
Go and pick Group A, come on. Yes! Group A.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, right, interesting. So
now it's much better. Zenit Dortmund or Real Madrid Shakhtar, so it's achievable.
Are we going to be one of the last out of the pot then?
Let's go Group B. Come on. Lazio?
You want Real Madrid?
Yeah, Group B. Inter.
I don't know. Inter. So
Yeah.
Lazio are the last name out.
Yeah.
Until they pull out the ball and it's not actually Lazio and they have to start hoping all over again.
Do you imagine it? That would be great. That would be amazing. I don't know. Lazio. What happened? They were picking Inter. So we are Group F. Why are we Group F?
Inter have gone into B. Okay, yeah, so Lazio in Group F with Zenit and Dortmund. Interesting.
Shout out to a Lazio fan in Australia. Hi, David. So it's Zenit
and Dortmund. Okay. How do you feel about
that? Not bad, honestly. I mean,
does it feel like an anticlimax? I feel like it does a little bit.
I'm quite pleased.
I mean, look, it's one of the easier draws. It's not easy by any means, but we've avoided any of the traditional heavyweights, I suppose. Dortmund would be, again, another amazing away trip if only we could go. But Zenit always reach the competition without doing an awful lot in it, and Dortmund are a good Champions League team, though, aren't they? They do tend to bring out some big games in the Champions League.
Yeah, well, we don't have to win the group, right? It would be amazing, but even second would be quite positive.
If we have a weak fourth pot team, I feel relatively confident about this. But
yeah, Carl says a tricky one. Told you I didn't want Dortmund. You have to pick a big team, and Patrick Bowman I'm okay so far. So, at the end of the day, guys, it depends on how Lazio play, right? It depends if Milinkovic-Savic, Luis Alberto, and Ciro Immobile plays at the right level. Then Lazio can really do well, I think, Alasdair.
Yeah, one thing worth pointing out before they get into the fourth pot here is
you have plenty of time.
Two of the best teams in the fourth pot, Lokomotiv Moscow, who are the highest ranked team in that pot, and Mönchengladbach, who are probably the best team in that pot, we can't draw either of them because they're German and Russian teams.
Wow, very smart from you. I'm surprised.
Well, it's not just a pretty face, Vittorio.
So
that automatically reduces our options, and the options that are remaining: Marseille, Bruges, Istanbul, Başakşehir, Midtjylland, Rennes and Ferencváros.
David is saying something very smart. Chiro played against Dortmund, so it's revenge.
Yeah, I mean that would be a lovely storyline.
Yeah,
Chiro scoring a hat trick in Germany.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's well. The thing is, it's looking like we're gonna get a good draw, as in a draw that we can feel relatively confident about.
Don't say it now. Wait. Don't say it.
Yeah, compared to some of the others, it doesn't matter who we draw in pot 4. It's not going to change it up too much. I think the one I fear the most in pot 4 is Marseille, but
Rennes? What about Rennes?
Not really. Not really. We played Rennes last year. They weren't really up to much. Even though
even Marseille.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm never convinced by French teams in Europe. I mean, we've played like a lot of these teams already, like Rennes and Marseille. We've played in the Europa League over the last 2 years. Gladbach and Istanbul, I saw against Roma last year. They were both in Roma's group in the Europa League, and yeah, we can't get Gladbach anyway. But I mean, Istanbul are actually Turkish champions, so they are a decent team. We do have quite a lot of Danish and Scandinavian listeners, so it would be interesting if anyone could tell us a bit about Midtjylland, or however you pronounce it, because I really don't know an awful lot about them.
See, sorry, I have life problems with this draw going on and on and on and on and on. My daughter's gonna miss gymnastics tonight. It looks like. So hurry up, guys.
This is what UEFA do to people. I know.
I mean, come on. Remember, guys, if Italy doesn't win the gold medal in a couple of years, it's all to the fault of this draw. She couldn't train, and yeah, really.
This is the moment. It's all worth it to see if we get Club Brugge or Ferencváros.
Joy Chami, I really wanted one big match after 30 years out of the Champions League. Instead, we are in a Europe League group. I'm not sure. I mean, Dortmund is still a good team, I would say. And, there's a bigger chance that we pass the group, and then after that, that's where the fun is going to start, right? If group. Let's not go too much further.
Yeah, I think saying it's the Europa League group is a bit harsh, but I know what you mean, because it's obviously not. There's no big name team, no big scalp to take, and I think for a lot of people that's the excitement of the Champions League, is the idea of beating one of the established European elite, and I guess Dortmund are kind of in that category now. Maybe not quite, but.
Well,
they are a big name, a big club,
They did well in the Champions League in the past, so let's not forget about that, right? So, it would have been funny if we drew Paris Saint-Germain with Florenzi there. I don't know. Would he be playing? I think Florenzi will end up like he did in Spain, right? He started a couple of matches and then finished on the bench. Right, Alasdair?
I still just cannot believe that they signed him. I mean, how desperate do you need to be to turn to Florenzi as your best option for a right back? I mean, it's incredible, to be honest.
Yeah, for a big club like that.
Sorry, how is this taking so long? I mean, this is the last pot. It's the least,
I don't know.
Least important bit.
I think someone told them that I have things to do later, and they just make it on purpose, right? By the way, I'm outside, and it's getting a little bit chilly here.
I mean, the complaints are never ending from you. I need the toilet, so that's a bigger problem.
Yeah, I have to go to the toilet. Can you speak for 5 minutes? And
Nope.
You already did it, right? Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think I don't want that, and I don't think any of the listeners want that either. After last time,
You were great. I was listening all the time.
I'm sure you were.
I was also commentating it, and yep. So basically, just to recap, Alasdair, we cannot pick up obviously because it's Zenit, Mönchengladbach because of Borussia Dortmund, right? I
Correct.
believe are the most competitive team of the pot cannot play against Lazio, but I still fear Marseille, honestly, which can be a good group, a good team. Club Brugge, it's where we had to sign Wesley, right? Who luckily didn't come to Rome.
Yep, the Wesley Derby, that one. Yeah, I mean, there's not an awful lot of precedent with much of these teams. I mean, Rennes, obviously, we had in our Europa League group last year, and the first game was the win in Rome where we were 1-0 behind and then came back to win 2-1 with a great Ciro header. I took my dad to that game. It was his first ever Lazio game.
Wow.
There was no one there. There were maybe about 5,000 fans there. It was terrible. And but yeah, I can't actually remember what happened in the away game against Rennes. Was it a draw? Oh no, we lost, didn't we? I think we lost. I've completely blanked the Europa League campaign out of my mind now because it was so bad.
Olympique Marseille go.
I think everywhere apart from PSG.
Yeah. Where are the other French clubs? They're all in pot 4. Wow.
Yeah.
See.
I told you, French clubs don't do well in Europe.
Porto, Manchester City, Olympiacos, and which is good. I didn't want Marseille.
Okay, that is good. Yeah, they were in my worst case scenario. So Porto, Man City, Olympiacos, Marseille. I think City will be quite happy with that group.
Lokomotiv cannot come in our group.
Apparently we lost 2-0 to Rennes. I've completely blanked that game out of my mind. Was that the last one where we needed some miraculous 3-goal win to go through and then we ended up just losing badly? I think it was. Anyway, never mind. Right.
Yeah, we put Proto as well in the goal.
Must have been a special occasion.
Yeah, Johnny starting. So yeah.
Lokomotiv Moscow.
It's interesting. Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Salzburg, Club Brugge.
No,
Club Brugge could be interesting for us, right?
Oh, sorry, you mean Club Brugge next? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of these teams we're going to have to find an expert to tell us more about them because I do not pay enough attention to some of these leagues.
I mean, you come from the Scottish league, right? They are all better than yours, I would say.
Well, there's no Scottish teams in the draw, so that would tell you yes, probably.
Group F, Lazio. So we have...
Oh, we've got Bruges.
Club Brugge.
Club Brugge. Okay. I have not much to add on Club Brugge, I have to admit. I don't know what to say about that.
Wesley.
I'm going to have a quick look at their team. So, how are you feeling about that? Zenit, Dortmund, and Club Brugge. I mean, that's it's a good level of difficulty as a group, but it's not got any of the big scalps available, I suppose.
No, I mean it's quite good, right? I'm quite happy.
Simon Mignolet.
Yep.
Remember
Right.
him? He is at Club Bruges.
Yep, I know. And they have also the former Manchester City captain, right?
Vincent Kompany. No, I don't think
He
anymore.
retired. He retired.
Yeah. No, that
He
wasn't
retired.
Bruges. That was Anderlecht, not Bruges, I think.
Maybe you're right. Anyway, they play with the 3-5-2.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have to find a Belgian football expert to help us with Club Bruges, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, on the whole, that's I don't know. I mean, I guess what people might complain about is it's not the most exciting draw.
I'm happy, to be honest. This is
I think it's the kind of draw that's acceptable as long as we get through it or do quite well in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not that easy, but we can qualify, honestly.
Oh, H.
We really can.
H is a difficult group. You see this? PSG.
No, I missed it.
Man United, Leipzig, who remember got to the semis last year, and then Istanbul. That's a difficult group.
What about Juventus? Juventus, Barcelona, Dinamo.
They don't have a fourth one yet, I don't think.
Bless me. Bruges beat Manchester United years ago, but we should go through. No excuse. We hope easy again. I'm Patrick Bowman. I'm good grants to advance either this or many big teams. I'm happy. This one, to be honest with you. I mean, I want Lazio to go through.
Yeah, and once you get through, you're going to get a big team whether you like it or not, I think.
No, Alasdair, I'm surprisingly happy, I would say. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's look. I mean, looking at the groups as a whole, even it's definitely one of the easier ones. I would say probably the easiest one. I mean, looking at all these groups, I think it's the best group we could have possibly had in terms of difficulty.
Group E is quite easy, to be honest. Right?
I think Sevilla and Chelsea is a harder top two than Zenit and Dortmund. Well, I don't know actually. I think Sevilla are a better team than Zenit. I don't know much about between Chelsea and Dortmund. They're probably similar.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how we can make it impossible. Right? We are able. Last year, the Europe League was saying that it was quite easy. So, right?
Were we? I don't think we were we? I hope not. I don't think we'd have an easy group last year in the Europa League, but I mean, that's not an excuse. Should have done a lot better, and we did. I was just looking at last year's Champions League. Club Bruges were in a group last year with PSG, Real Madrid, and Galatasaray, and they finished third, but they didn't win any games. They drew 3 and lost 3 in that group, and so they ended up going into the Europa League.
Okay, I think it's all done, Alasdair. So I'm going to recap for all our listeners. Group A, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, Salzburg, Lokomotiv Moscow. Group B, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter, Mönchengladbach. Group C, Porto, Manchester City, Olympique Marseille. Group D, Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, Midtjylland. I hope I pronounced it right. Group E, Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, Rennes. Group F, Zenit, Dortmund, Lazio, Club Bruges. Group G, Juventus, Barcelona, Dinamo Kiev, Ferencváros. Group H, Paris, Man United, Leipzig, and Istanbul. So, well, I have to learn some pronunciation, but I thought it was great. Bad. I think it's not bad, our group.
No, I
right?
think Dortmund's the big game. You know, that's the
Yep.
big showcase one. Zenit will be tough, really tough, especially the away game. And Club Brugge, you know, I think that'll be pretty tough as well by the sounds of things. Just saw, well, they got knocked out into the Europa League last year and then got beat 6-1 by Man United in the Europa League.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we'll find out more about that anyway. I mean, that's probably enough for today, isn't it? We've been going for quite a long time now.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Really, thanks everybody for listening. Stick with us. We had a couple of problems, but if you like this format, tell us, because we can start doing it for post-match reaction or for our normal podcast. So again, Alasdair, thank you very much for joining me. Thanks everybody who participate, ask question, or just simply follow us through. Remember to subscribe on Spreaker. You can find our normal podcast there, on iTunes, on Spotify. And if you like the podcast and want their Patreon page, you have the link below. Alasdair, thank you again. And when are we going to talk? After Lazio Inter, I think, at this point.
Yes. Yeah, massive game. Hopefully a better result than last night. Yeah, we'll see. Vittorio is the best, and here he goes. So what happens when you give him the keys to the machine here?
I didn't write it. It was there. Guys, again, good night, everybody. Ciao, ciao.